Welcome back, everybody who watch with us. Let me just move the mic here. Sorry about that. Yeah. I'm here with
Dave.
And, of course, me here. We're back for more Star Trek. We're getting to it.
See, because it's just two. The two of us and the five remaining episodes.
Yeah, that's
so
standard.
Less than half a dozen.
When it's just the two of us, that's all we're going to be doing is watching Star Trek. Occasionally, we'll fucking torture a guest with that. But
usually, nobody else will tolerate our job.
Yeah, usually we'll ask somebody, or we'll ask them what they want to watch. 21. This plus 3 more, I think, and then we're good.
Oh, and I should also do a mandatory plug for if you guys want to see something, check out For the Love of Spock on Netflix. Just showed up. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that yet. You said it was good?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's like, it's better than Shatner. You know how it's like Shatner's son did a documentary about Shatner?
They're all crappy. All the Star Trek documentaries, there's none of them. Trekkies,
this is the most promising one.
Yeah, Trekkies and Trekkies 2.
About Leonard Nimoy.
Trekkies and Trekkies 2.
Nimoy was actually kind of like a fucking...
actor.
Not much of a joke, yeah.
Wait, there's more to his life than just Star
Yeah,
Trek that you can talk about. But like Trekkies and Trekkies 2, like as much as they're trying to be good-hearted, it seems like they're making fun of Star Trek. And Star Trek
but
fans.
I mean, like, never mind those two. I mean, like, what that one that Shatner's son did about his dad.
Yeah, they're bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, Trekkies and Trekkies 2 is okay, but the rest of them garbage. That 50th anniversary fucking bullshit the fucking History Channel did, or whoever.
That
did
was
it.
bullshit.
Oh,
Holy fuck! But then again, that was American television.
Yeah.
Let's recap every 10 seconds.
And even the 5 captains with them, the 5 of them sitting in a room. It's like, don't meet your heroes.
Yeah.
Because you know, fucking what's his name? Dave Avery? Not Dave Avery. I work with a Dave Avery. Avery Brooks.
Yeah, Avery Brooks.
He's such a dick. Like, I would not want to have a beer with him. I would not want even to say hi to him in the street. He seems like such a dick. But again, one of my favorite captains.
Punch the what is it? The beret right off his head.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that'd be wearing a beret. Yeah, he'd be like,
life.
"What the fuck what the hell's on your head, buddy?" But yeah, episode 21. Where are we here?
Do you eat baguettes? Have you seen the Eiffel Tower in person?
Oh, I got the mic. And let's get the fucking timer going, because there was a couple episodes I forgot that.
Oh, it's time to right the wrongs.
Alright, yeah, so that didn't start yet.
Then you have to shrinkify that to make it fit the...
Restart. There we go. Put this over here. Alright, so start Star Trek now. Oh shit, it's buffering. Wait a second.
Yeah, let's go.
Play now.
We're good. This is going to be the first episode where it's actually going to be perfectly synchronized.
I think so.
Out of random.
Yeah. If you're synced up to the timer, you're pretty much synced up. So...
Alright, so I didn't even see the episode name, so we're going to find it as I watch.
Episode 21, Symbiosis. I think we mentioned it the first time she started wearing that stupid dress with the stupid haircut, but this has got to be 3 episodes in a row that Troy has been wearing this same outfit.
Yeah.
So what is that? Like a month? Are these just those 3 days in a month that she was wearing this outfit, or has she been wearing this outfit for a constant month? And this is all she wears.
And at least Crushler's on his Crusher sweater number 2.
Oh god, I hate it.
So much better than number 1.
I hate it.
It's so much better than number 1.
I know, but
number 1's like a bad Christmas sweater.
Every officer on the ship has got to hate him. It's like a kid dressed up as a cop. Like a cop.
He gets to wear what he wants, and he chooses that.
Yeah. Well, no, not that. It's you're not a fucking Starfleet officer. Stop pretending like you're one. I know Picard likes to fucking treat you like you're one, but you haven't gone through the training, Wesley. Stop dressing up like an adult. Oh, and I'm not going to mention what it is, but we got our first listener gift.
Yay!
And we are going to smoke it right now. How do I baptize this motherfucker?
Yeah. You're gonna have to get a hooker in here for that.
It's like licking, the glue on an envelope.
Get the happy hooker in here.
Okay. Are they trying to get the ship? Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of Babel.
Is this the one where fucking Data and the computer merge?
You just described like 12 episodes, dude. That one with the sun and they all revert to fucking animals.
Well, it's
like
symbiosis.
Picard becomes like a pussy. But that's the artifact that like infects the
Hey,
computer.
my computer's got all electric shocky. Should I be touching it right now?
Yeah, stop touching it. That's cool. They're actually using footage from the Hubble of the solar flares.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Hubble, but those are NASA fucking videos.
Easiest to use, I guess.
Well, I just know because I've seen those before. Like, in every goddamn space documentary and fucking conspiracy theory bullshit I've ever seen.
Oh, LaForge is driving. That's right. We're still season 1.
Oh, so Wesley hasn't got standard helm duty yet?
He's got to keep his hands off that joystick.
So there is a distress signal in the sun.
Yeah, I bet you have a serious problem.
No, is this the space?
Oh, the guy in the fucking creature?
No. The guy who fucking the suave guy. The space. What's that guy's name? Who fucks all the ladies in Renaissance times?
He's like Han Solo basically.
Oh no, it's the drug guys.
Yeah.
It's the one planet selling the other planet all the drugs, and they have them addicted to it, and they can't fucking they can't interfere. This was.
Thanks for interrupting my sun gazing, you fucking loser.
I like this episode because it was true to Star Trek. It was a great. Oh, this is something that's going on now. The war on drugs. Should people be able to put whatever they want in their body, and should we stop people from selling them the stuff? Great, but drug culture completely over Star Trek writers' heads. They don't know how to write heroin addicts.
These guys were writers and went to school. They didn't. They didn't partake that much.
Kind of side note, but has to do with drugs. What do you think about them doing a sequel to that heroin movie from the 70s with Obi-Wan Kenobi, the baby crawling on the roof?
Oh yeah.
What's that fucking called?
Oh Christ!
It's a classic.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it'll help bring about the first push for legalization of everything. Well, not legalization, but decriminalization of everything, anyways.
That's good.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of fucking drug movies like those. They're just like
me neither.
Meh.
Everybody loves the part.
What was that one about the fucking kid that sells all his mom's shit and like?
SLC Punk?
No. Well, that's I don't know. That's more a counterculture movie with the fucking where your protagonist dies at the end. Or I guess secondary character technically.
Yeah, he's like the sidekick. Train spotting. Fuck, I can't believe I couldn't figure that out. Yeah, so they're redoing Train Spotting, and everyone's still alive. Amazingly, they didn't get drug addicts to play. They got actors to play them. And amazingly, all those actors
who did not
still
turn
alive.
into drug addicts.
Yeah, and they're all still alive. But apparently, that's the synopsis for the new movie is he has to go back into the world after a while and bring the crew back together.
We're getting the band back together.
Oh.
Guys, fentanyl's out now. We're putting the band back together. It's a new drug on them streets.
There was a couple of drug movies like when we were growing up that were kind of stupid.
What was the ship's name? Sanction? That's a terrible name. Especially for a freighter.
Yeah.
This is the USS... It is the freighter Sanction. We have a blockade. What were the USS Sanction? I'm confused.
That's like having a license plate that says fucking drugs or something.
Yeah.
DRGS.
Yeah. Or ACAB on your license plate. All cops are bastards. Yeah, good luck with that one.
I remember fucking... I didn't buy my own clothes until fucking... I was 19. But I did at one point buy a toque when I was like 16 that had a giant pot leaf on it. And I thought it was the coolest fucking thing ever because I was giant
16,
potted.
right?
Yeah. And I walked home with it. My dad took one look at it. Looked at me and said, I'm not going to tell you what to wear, but you
That is
don't.
incredibly
You
stupid.
don't have to make it any easier for the cops to know that you're holding.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah. Like I spent the majority of my life trying to avoid the man, and now I'm putting a giant siren on my head and fucking screaming to them. So stupid. I immediately threw that fucking hat in the garbage.
Damn it! I just wasted $20.
Yeah. And these are the two pieces of article of clothing that I bought for my own for the first time as a human being, as a teenager, was a weed hat, and then either before or after that, I bought I think it was after because I kind of wised up. I bought a mushroom t-shirt. But it was so crazy and stupid that you couldn't really tell what it was. It was all like fucking like psychedelic
unless you were
shit.
part of the culture.
Well, unless you like really looked at it and said, "Oh, that says shrooms," because it was all like in smoke and in actual mushrooms, like spelt out. And I rocked that shirt for a good like 2 months until, like an idiot, I actually answered the question, "What does that shirt say?" from my mother. And I told her, never saw the shirt again. It went in the laundry and disappeared.
So they're just too trash to fucking save themselves right now?
Nah, they're trying to make it a legal run to the planet.
Oh, yeah.
That
In
has the drugs.
in the USS Sanction.
Yeah. I think they were trying to, like, get either cheap or knock off or make the trip back shorter. Yeah. So they got too close to the sun and got stuck and pulled into it.
You know why criminals are criminals? Because they're not very bright.
Yeah.
The ones that get caught aren't the smart ones.
And I'm pretty sure they've destroyed all the drugs they have from getting up to they spent all the money, and then all the drugs are ruined because they got too close to the sun, and now the drug people show up and they're like, yeah, we'll give you more, but you know, pay up. You gotta pay.
You still owe us for that last one.
Oh no, you paid for that last one, but if you want another one, you gotta pay for it again.
Like, it wasn't.
It's not.
It wasn't the classic drug deal. Fucking
yeah. It's not our responsibility. You flew your drugs into the sun and flush them down the toilet, basically. But if they don't sell it to them, they'll all die.
Yeah.
Which is why the moral implication of the Star Trek.
Down the galactic toilet.
The sun.
Whoa. You guys can't get a fucking tractor beam to lock and you want to use a fucking transporter right now? Are you serious? That should have been a writer's no-no.
Like, we're close to fucking manipulating shit like that with transporters. Like magnets and fucking microwaves and shit. We have that stuff on, like, theoretic tables.
Yeah.
Like, we could design this shit. But transporters? Fuck no.
Yeah.
Like, we're fucking, like, centuries away from that shit.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense where that's how you explain to someone. We're like, well, of course you get fucking tractor beams before transporters. Way before.
Oh, yeah.
Just take a shuttle over.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Your shuttle should be able to fly through
By the time you've had this conversation, the engines would be warmed up by now. Picard would be sipping tea on his way over. It's funny reading the subtitles. Instead of, I know it's Captain to John, but it sounds like T John. Spelled like a rapper.
Captain John.
We're busy fucking up here, Captain.
Have we seen O'Brien?
Apparently our security officer is operating the transporter.
Yeah. We don't have a chief. If anything, the chief engineer should be doing this shit.
Yeah. You know what?
But you don't have a chief engineer.
You know what Star Trek Judgment Writes the Game would say if you tried using her on that console? Sir, I don't know what you want me to do with this.
Yeah. Like, at this point in Star Trek franchise, was Scotty not popular or something? Why did they just leave him out of the first season? Like, you think that would be a character you would want to establish right off the hop. Right in the first episode. Chief engineer. Yeah. He's a cool guy. It's like they deliberately avoided doing the three guys. They don't have a science officer. Data is basically their science officer, but they're like, he's too much like Spock already, so we can't like have him a main character.
They're too close to the same.
Well, he can't be the first officer, is basically what they said. Like, he has to be a crew member because we can't have a emotionless being as our first officer because people will just say we're ripping off the original Trek. But then they just completely fucking they completely just forget the chief engineer. like Scotty was awesome. He was always awesome.
Yeah.
They never do the chief engineer justice. O'Brien is the closest we get to a decent chief engineer, and he doesn't even get a starship.
Yeah, he gets a station.
Yeah, he gets
an
a
airport.
space station. Yeah.
He gets a space airport.
Fucking B'Elanna sucked. She was such a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like the kind
Archer, I can't even remember his name. He was really cool, but he wasn't cool because he was a good engineer. Trip, yes. He was cool because he was a like hillbilly drunk.
Well,
he was
I
like a
figured it was
crop dusting pilot.
Trip the Breaker.
Yeah. But I mean, like, his whole personality was like he built stuff in a farm.
Yeah,
he built
a
warp core in a farm when he was a kid.
Which kind of makes sense because starships apparently come from Iowa.
He grew up in the what do you call it, like the last blast of the World War III.
Yeah.
Like we were just starting to, like, when he grew up he probably saw craters and shit. Like,
yeah. And making like shitty ships like the Bajorans had.
Exactly.
If not shittier than that.
That's how I assume Trip got into Starfleet Academy. Was they arrested him for flying some fucking like
cobbled together
impulse ship or something, like from the moon to Earth or something. As like a 12-year-old or something like that, 13-year-old.
That would be interesting. If your fucking policy for capturing people was see if they could use if you could use them for a job.
Yeah.
Kind of like the what do the French have? The Legion, the Foreign Legion. Where they're just like, give us the world's complete fuck ups.
Well, no, it's not even complete fuck up. It's if you're willing to fight for us, then fuck yeah, we'll pay for you. You get our health care, you get whatever. Like, I don't care if you were born in our country, but if for 3 years you're willing to kill for us.
Well, also you dangle right now. You're a prisoner of war, or you could earn your citizenship.
Yeah, but I mean, like, not even prisoners. You say that to everybody. Yeah. So like, soldiers who haven't even been caught yet are like, well, wait a second.
They defect.
Yeah, I can just leave and like show up at the French embassy and be like, I want to join the French Foreign Legion and become a French citizen, and they'll teach me French and give me a house after 2 years if I survive.
Exactly.
Like, that's amazing. Like, it's such a great foreign policy. Oh, you suck, buddy. At least he's fighting back.
Stop it!
Oh, so
ooh,
great.
Nice to see the fucking Type 1.
Yeah. Again, they never say this, and it's probably not true. They probably state against it, but I like to assume that every Starfleet officer has one of those little things tucked into their belt. It's right at the small of their back.
Yeah.
It's just sitting in there, inside
like,
their onesie.
The old detective's, like, snub nose on his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also like to think that...
Would you want your medical officers to have that even? Or your medical... Fucking not officers, but like...
It's not a weapon. It's a tool. It is literally your fire starter.
That you can happen to shoot people with.
Yes.
Or weld something shut. Or like...
Weld something open.
Oh, that would make so much sense, actually. Like, fucking...
How many times do you see...
There's a hull breach and they could just, like, phaser it shut if it was just a small one. You know what I mean?
For a while, all they do is heat up rocks instead of setting a fire. They just put a bunch of rocks, if they're stuck on a planet, phaser them at low setting until they're really hot. Occasionally, you'll see them start a fire, but
well, it would make
most of the time it's just
it would make more sense to heat up the rock because, like, it also doesn't give away your position as bad as a fire does. There's no smoke.
No smoke. There's no sparks. It can't get
it's
out of control.
Really bright. It's just a low glow.
Exactly. You can put shit next to it. You can put other rocks to block it. Create like a fucking shell around it so it doesn't fucking, like you said, give away your position.
Oh, it could be a product of the Second Amendment. A Second Amendment.
It's a Swiss Army knife.
Well, basically, it's the ultimate argument for the Second Amendment, where it's like, oh, it's not so much about killing, but like you said, it can if you want, or it can stun, or fucking. That's but also, it's a tool like 90% of the time.
You don't even dignify it.
Yeah.
Phasers don't even count. They're not firearms. Lasers.
I guess that would be a good
commercially. They're like, we can sell them to anybody.
That would be a good point for energy weapons. Where people are like, energy weapons would be such a pain in the ass, why don't you just stick to fucking ballistic? And you're like, well, ballistic is useful for nothing else other than killing.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, energy weapon is like fucking a tool. It's like a welder that is also a weapon. / everything else.
Yeah. Because people will be like, well, we don't want lasers, like, to be commonplace. I'm like, yes, you do. Because they're just as dangerous as having saws and drills commonplace.
Yeah.
Like, people will be like, oh, at a construction site, somebody could just steal a high-powered laser and cut shit in half. Yeah, well, someone could steal a fucking giant crane and fucking drop a building down, too. People don't do it because people aren't crazy.
The crazy ones beat themselves out early.
Yeah. You think normal people go nuts just because they have access to fucking death rays? Maybe some people will, but the majority of us will just be like, oh, that's cool, we have death rays now.
Well, no matter who can get their hands on a significant amount of fucking weaponry, like, legitimately, like, if that's the concern, but that's, you don't see the fucking incidents happen because, well, you know, most, like you said, most people fucking aren't.
I'm no doctor, but you got two scenarios.
Always start to a shaky argument.
Yeah.
No doctor.
Always a very shaky argument. But basically you have two scenarios you're arguing against. One scenario is two guys in the street with completely legal weapons face off and fire lasers at each other and shoot each other. There's a robbery and lasers are involved. The other option is bullets. When the paramedics show up and there's been somebody shot with a bullet, they're bleeding, they're fucked, and they're probably dead because it's been minutes to get there. When they show up and the guy's been shot with a laser, that shit's already cauterized. It's instantly. He's not bleeding. If he's still alive and he has a hole through him, he's not bleeding out.
Even let's say drunks who have something with the ability to stun instead of kill all the time. Imagine if that's all it was. The cops show up. There's two KO guys. Mm-hmm. They had a fucking shootout,
and you could have.
You take them both to the fucking hospital, they're going to be fine.
You could have guns, you could have lasers that are incapable of killing somebody.
Yeah.
Just stun.
Well, it wouldn't work because you need something that's good enough to weld, and if it's good enough to weld, you're going to be able to fuck something up.
But I mean, like...
You know what I mean?
For security.
Because it's not like you're pushing a button as to what you want to do. You just happen to know that at this level of intensity, it can do this, and at this level of intensity, it can do this.
Yes. But if you're using it for defense... like, to defend your home or store or whatever, if it's just as instantly as killing them, the stun is just as effective as a kill, except it doesn't kill them. It knocks them out immediately, just like a kill does. Then, yeah, that's where you ramp up your energy level for a civilian gun. Nobody can kill each other with them. You can stun them and then walk up and slit their throat, but then you go to jail for murder.
Yeah. That is for sure murder.
Yeah. And even if you don't do that, if it's not like a vaporization thing, because I'm not thinking, in my mind, I'm not thinking kill is kill. I'm thinking this thing is gonna cut you up, like a surgical fucking laser.
That's where you're getting physical harm.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and I would rather be shot with a fucking surgical laser that fucking pew hole right through me than a fucking flying chunk of hot metal.
I saw a video of, like, the argument against why don't you just shoot them in the leg or in the arm or something.
Fuck.
And I was like, because guns are way deadlier than you think.
Well, and
the video was this guy who, I don't know, he tried to mug someone and the fucking plainclothes officer fucking caught him. Mm-hmm. And he shoots him in the leg to stop him. And the guy's still running around the car, so he shoots him in the other leg. But then he fucking hits an artery, like. And you've got arteries all over your fucking body. Like, he fucking hits an artery, and that was it. The guy just sits down, and in 5 minutes, it's done. Like,
it's the biggest artery in your body. The one you're like, thalamic or thermic? I can't remember what it's called. But I'm pretty sure it's the biggest. Maybe.
Meanwhile, gut shot.
I don't know.
Gut shot, you got a chance.
Oh, yeah. Gut shot, you got, like, average fucking 4 hours to fucking die.
Yeah.
If you're 4 hours from a fucking hospital, then you're a fucking asshole.
You're taking your chances.
Yeah, that's your fault.
Oh, that side of the dice is taped over. Yeah, you don't get that one. No. That's pretty much a pass.
It was like when I heard that fucking those jackasses who got arrested for spying in Afghanistan or some fucking shitty country. I think it was on the border of Iraq and Afghanistan or something like that. And these guys went hiking, and then whichever army on whichever side of the border said, like, fuck you, you're arrested, you're spies. Fucking, you're trying to infiltrate which side of the border. American citizens. And the American government was negotiating to get their release. I was like, okay, we got two options here. There's spies, and it's called disavowing.
Yeah.
You just say, no. They're not spies. That's what the government's supposed to do when their spies get caught. They don't go, yeah, those are our spies. You want to fucking hit it back. You go, no.
Do that sometimes.
Yes, but I mean, standard policy, that's what you should do when your spies get caught, is go, oh, no. We don't have spies.
Well, they knew when they left.
The CIA doesn't spy, and you look right in the camera with a straight face and go, no, we have no foreign agents doing espionage.
And then you grin on the inside.
Yeah, like, what the hell? You don't admit that shit. Or you just don't say anything. They just say, we deny, we don't have a comment about that. Whatever. Or these jackasses actually
nice fucking day today, isn't it?
Yeah, if that's not true. If that's not true, then the only other fucking explanation is these actual innocent people went hiking on the border of Afghanistan and Iraq for a vacation. That was their excuse. We went on vacations and we went hiking in the border of Afghanistan and Iraq in 2000 whatever, 8 or 9 or whatever it is. And I'm like, you're sorry, no, we're not wasting money off you. You shouldn't waste any time or money on people who do that and get caught. Like, no, you're sorry. You're fucked.
Check this story out. Christian couple opens a fucking English school in China and then moves to a bridge right next to a bridge that goes into North Korea in a different city. And so all of a sudden it trips a whole bunch of flags because they're two fucking Canadians.
Oh, I think you're
running a cafe. Running a cafe right next to a bridge, and there's diplomats and shit and all sorts of stuff. So they get picked up by China for fucking being spies, right? And they're just like innocent, religious, fucking like just clueless about the world, like naive, right? Like they went to university, they learned about China, blah blah. They got intrigued, they fell in love with it. It's fine. It's absolutely fine for all intents and purposes as far as
these guys actually aren't CSIS or whatever it's called.
Exactly. So they get interrogated in the whole nine, and fucking all of a sudden they figure out, holy shit, these guys are just religious people, because China's atheist too, right? So,
oh yeah,
they assume that they're fucking spies, like right off the bat. And then they're like, no, we're actually just Christians, and it's part of our church to fucking spread. Like, well, they said that they weren't bringing their religion with them, but they were religious. So the Chinese were worried about them fucking, spreading religion and that
being missionaries and
shit.
shit.
Yeah. But they said that they weren't. So
they don't have Christian churches in fucking China.
Well, it's frowned upon.
Huh. Good for them.
Same with like Soviet Russia.
The Soviet Russia, church don't touch you. You touch church. I don't know.
72 hours, that's addictive as fuck. Wait, street drugs are more than that.
You're addicted after 24 hours? Or the high lasts 24 hours?
Well, you need more after 72.
Oh.
But there's street drugs that are just less than that. You're like, how about 8? 8 or 10. Yeah, we have a junkie slave race.
I do that in Civilization. I get societies to be completely dependent on me for trade, and then just slowly take them over influentially.
That's the easiest way to do it.
They just hand over the keys to their kingdom.
Yeah, best way to do it is when the mayor greets you. Well, I guess this is your show now.
is going to be a whole episode of us coughing. God damn.
This is complicated as fuck. Why would you make it so complicated?
And come on. There's always going to be some fucking straight people, right? Like, not... Like, people who don't do drugs.
Well, I don't know.
Prudes, nerds, whatever you want to call them. The straights. The people who fucking... You can't get a whole society, 100% of the people, to do drugs recreationally and get addicted to it. No, there's just some people who just be like, no. That's who you get to fucking buy the drugs.
But what if the parent? Yeah, but what if the parents are junkies, so the babies are junkies? You know what I mean? You have junkie babies.
And then
what if it was like 100%?
Even then, there'd still be a cluster of people who don't do drugs.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. What if that's what the way that this drug is special is that it's 100%. Fucking you get 100% junkie babies from users. So as long as you keep
that's what I mean. But there will be no point where you get 100% user base because some people just don't ever do drugs.
Naturally have.
There are people. No, there's people out there that just never take drugs, and their kids would grow up without that fucking gene because he never did it, and then he'd see, oh shit, look at these people.
Well, I guess you'd be
I'm
in
never
a rebellion.
I'm saying
you'd be in a rebellion. You'd be pursued to the ends of the world.
I'm saying there's a very small percentage of people that would be after a while, but there's always people that are just like, oh no, I never did anything.
Rome did not like those people that were hiding in the bush. Yeah, so here we have the deal exposed. Oh, the medicine, is that what they're calling it? Oh, there we go.
Well, they're just figuring this out now. Jesus.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, so it's a vaccination program.
Yeah.
That's how they got them all. But you would be right. You'd be the ones who didn't get vaccinated or whatever.
Well, they died of the disease.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you're right. It'd be 100% coverage.
Some fucking senator voted no. Or yes.
Why can't you just give them the information so they can make it themselves?
Yeah, exactly. What about synthelysium? A synthetic felicium? Now you're talking gibberish. Do you have the stuff? Should be his first question. Right away.
I need it so bad.
How are you guys doing? Oh, not good.
Yeah.
It's like their standard greeting. That's crazy. A species strung out.
It is weird that Riker doesn't have a station. He has a seat. and like, he just cruises around and like looks over people's soldiers. Spock had a station. He's a science officer.
Yeah. guess it's a galaxy class, so it's a whole huge.
Well, and I guess he is also probably head of away team preparation and shit like that, because Picard doesn't do that.
No, he's busy thinking about the big picture.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa, man. If you really take a step back and look at the upbringing of Wesley Crusher, it makes a lot of sense that he did what he did. He's fucking traumatized beyond belief. Like, dad died at a young age. Fucking, he got arrested on multiple planets as a, like, minor.
Yeah.
And, like, threatened to death and kidnapped before the age of 12 dozens of times. Saved the ship multiple times. He'd have, like, some weird, like, superiority conflicts, and, like, he'd be, like, jumping at shadows all the time, thinking, like, aliens were gonna abduct him and shit.
I've seen this one time.
Yeah.
That'd be his line.
He'd be like those memes that say, he's seen some shit. What it's like.
His nickname would be this one time?
Yeah. Those memes when you see, like, somebody stunned and fucking, like, drained and, like, horrible looking, and they're like, man, this dog has seen some shit. That'd be Wesley's face constantly. And he wouldn't even know until he got to the academy. He'd start telling stories, and people would be like, you did that when you were, like, 12? That happened to you when you were 12?
Exactly.
I was like, yeah. And they'd be like, yeah, normal kids, that didn't happen to. They grew up on a planet.
And then the Borg attacked us? What?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, they, like, cut into the ship. It was fucking ball-shitting terrifying. You think you have nightmares?
Yeah.
I seen crew of other ships assimilated.
And who's in command of this ship? Oh, the man who sent my father to die.
Just sit down, Wesley. Just sit down.
That's why remember that episode when he comes back from Starfleet Academy for like fucking reading week or something, whatever the fuck you call it. And there's that fucking
how does that work?
Video game with the glasses.
Oh yeah, that Enterprise happens to be back at home for some reason.
No, he probably gets on a ship that's heading out there. They probably have supply ships or fucking diplomatic ships that run fucking back and forth. Yeah, and they were coming back to a starship to.
I guess that's what you would do with your Excelsiors.
They swing back. I think the Enterprise. The Enterprise isn't on like a extended mission. I don't think. It's on like a fucking looping mission. It's the flagship.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is you could use your Excelsiors for this in this capacity right now.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So he comes back and they have that fucking the glasses that get them all addicted and shit.
Yeah, the game.
Yeah. When he comes back, he's like a little bit of a piece of shit. And you think it's because he has to come back to the ship and it's more exciting to be at the academy. And that's not it. It's because he's realizing slowly that these people have fucking ruined his life by raising him on a ship like this in the middle of nowhere. He's like, oh god, all those people are so normal. I'm such a freak because I've been on a starship for the last decade.
He writes an essay how this was a terrible idea.
Yeah. Get families.
Bringing kids on the ship.
Yeah.
How this was a terrible idea.
We're all child stars, basically. We're all fucked up. That'd be a great book. Following the first generations of kids that grew up on the Galaxy class Enterprise. That'd be great.
A small part of a huge franchise.
Did we see the episode yet, or is that the second season when they kidnap all the kids? We watched that episode already.
Yeah.
All the kids get kidnapped. Yeah. So that whole generation will fall. Like the book would start with like a chapter.
Yeah, right out of our beds.
Yeah. And then we're down there for weeks. Or day. We were down there for like day and a half. Total Stockholm syndrome immediately. Anyway, you follow those kids as adults and how fucked up they were.
Here's the interesting question. Do you think if the Klingons boarded a Galaxy-class starship, got like a few squads on, do you think they would shoot kids? Or would they do, at this point in time, fucking be like, oh, well, we wouldn't shoot kids still?
That's weird with the Klingons because Klingons are never in the middle with anything.
Yeah, exactly.
They're either completely honorable or complete scumbags, so depends on the Klingon.
Well, it's almost a matter of fucking convenience, really. Oh yeah, we have a code, except when shit goes down. When we don't.
When the plot needs
Except when it looks like we could just kill you and nobody would know.
Yeah. when the plot needs us to be savage monsters, we're savage monsters, but. Okay, so they won't die? They'll just suffer? See, that's information that you should just convince them of. Just like, hey, yeah. If you stop taking this and paying the money, you're not going to die. And people will be like, oh, okay. Like, I won't freak out about it then. I don't want to spend all my money on it, think it's gonna fucking not keep me alive. Oh, that's it. They have to give them the drugs. Because if they don't give them the drugs, then no one's gonna die. And they're all going to realize that, oh, we don't need it. Right? They had to make it look like they were being dickheads and withholding it and waiting for the money. But they're going to give it to him anyway.
They're all buddy-buddy now. He's like, what the fuck?
Who is that guy? Blonde. He looks recognizable if he didn't have that stupid nose thing. What's with Star Trek and doing the nose thing? Everybody has a weird nose.
Because you can still, I don't know, it's a small prosthetic.
No, but I mean, is that like the only thing that doesn't get a logical explanation? Other than the one episode that says everybody is fucking the same race or whatever.
Well, you gotta really whip these shows together, Harrison.
But I mean, like... So the logic is because we're the same genetic code spread onto another planet, so we're all from the same progenitor.
Well, that covers such a huge chunk of the galaxy.
Yeah, but because we're on a different planet, we have the different physical facial features, but on that individual planet, we have the different skin.
Yeah, but what if you're just like a Sims copy, where they just like have modifications of, if they have that kind of technology, you know what I mean? They can engineer their own races. And so you're basically doing galaxy civilizations.
So it's an intentional fucking blip?
Like a fishbowl experiment, except huge. So, like, as far as you would know, you may not run into another civilization like...
So you're saying because they're seeding it already, this is all just a fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why wouldn't they just put like a little clip in the fucking gene code to say, okay, everybody from that's on a different planet gets this little feature.
Yeah.
And the real fucked up ones are the ones that have fucked themselves up themselves. Because the Klingons don't look like that because of the genetic code they were given. They look like the ones in TOS. They're just like evil looking, dark skinned people. People. That was what the theme was, basically. But then they did genetic experiments on themselves and got the bumpy fucking faces. And became super strong and shit.
But then, like, you would
well,
have
it
people,
fucking worked.
You would have people on the fringes of that civilization running into real, actual, diverse things on the outside of the bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, like, that would be, like, crazy different.
Yeah, that's when...
Like 8472.
Yeah, and there's a couple episodes in TOS when the stuff comes from other universes and other galaxies and shit. Or other galaxies. And because Star Trek is... basically all takes place in the Milky Way. And there's a few episodes where stuff comes in from other galaxies and it's always really weird and fucked up. But according to Star Trek, those progenitors basically fucking seeded the entire galaxy. Millions of years ago.
Yeah.
So they must have been crazy fucking advanced to be able to do that then. And then now they're just gone. Or they went off to another galaxy. They're like, fuck this place.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Well, also, what's a toy to somebody else, right?
No, it's like a video game. You fucking advance, you fill up the galaxy, advance your whole civilization, fill up the galaxy, and then they're like, okay, now we go and take another galaxy. Why leave anybody behind? You move everybody. You're like, okay, let's go. Invade another galaxy at fucking instantaneous speed or whatever. And then fucking...
Captain Log, starting
shit.
416 zip.
And you fill up, you send them all in the next galaxy, and then you're like, okay, we'll need more troops because some are not going to make it, so we start the progenitor race, and we all grow up and become awesome and fucking civilizations because these fucking galactic fucking wars take billions of years, and they're going to show back up and like enlist like the Romans. They're going to be like, oh yeah, we need some more troops here, guys.
Yeah.
And we're going to be transported onto ships and trained how to fucking fly their awesome laser fucking fighters. Patent pending. But yeah, that's the episode. Thanks for joining me again, Dave.
Yeah, no problem.
Where's
fun shooting theoretical or random stories?
It always is. Yeah. So thanks again, everybody, and you have a good one.